Monday, Monday, no matter what happens, Monday is day one. Please, let's walk with me. Monday is day one. We are starting from here. I'm just looking at this week, 1 week. Monday is always day one, no matter what happened. So see what happened on Friday. On Friday, triggered the loop and closed back inside. On Monday, I'm not talking about entry now or anything. When it comes to entry, I'll be able to start showing you guys again the levels. But watch the last video. I was able to explain the levels, please, so that we don't spend all day today. Let's go into it. It triggered the loop. Ask me question based on the templates. Follow me slowly but steadily. Now it triggered the low. This is not yet, you can write this down. This is not yet failed breakout until the opposite end is being triggered. Remember that. And look at what happened. The eye was triggered, making this very day because of the behavior of price to be day one, right? But let's see how Monday traded after peak formation high. What happened? Monday traded, but it closed back inside. That means Monday only expanded the range. Now, what is the range? Look at it. This is now our new box, the high and the low of Monday and Friday. Take it to the future. That is really important. Everything inside you are doodling. Listen again. Everything inside is doodle world. So you see how you can avoid bad trade. We're building. Let's make this clear. Monday and Friday. I'm not saying because it's happened Monday and Friday that it cannot happen any other day. Day zero can happen in one day, whereby the high and the low is being triggered. And then when the high and the low is triggered, price close back inside. That is what we have here. The low was triggered. The high was triggered. That was closed inside. Now you might wonder why I said Monday is always day one. Is called the opening range, is the first trading day of the week. It doesn't mean that Monday can't give you a day three kind of setup, a day three kind of trade. No, it can give you a day three kind of setup, or it can even give you a day two kind of setup. But even at that, Monday is opening range. Tuesday, day two. I'm looking at the character, the behavior of price. Look at Tuesday. Whatever you are doing here, Monday didn't close in breakout. There is no signal. You trying to take a trade here is what? Gambling. You can skip this. There's no signal, but this inside day has given us a signal. Are you getting it? Now it has given us a signal. The next day, price triggered the low and then gave us a trade. Now you might ask why, like Leonardo asked this question, why do I draw my line around this level? This is what I'm explaining. I explained it, not to worry, watch the last video. This is where this price opened. It went high, it came down, and it closed. This bar closed here. That is the closing price of this bar. Price came back to that level and then went high. One thing I want you guys to get from this is that Tuesday closed as inside day, and the low of the inside day have been mitigated. Then if the low is being taken out, where do you think the money is always at? The money is at the other end of the range. So if you are trading, this is day three. Gave us a trade, a trade. I don't want to talk about the trade now, sorry. Monday gave us a trade. Wednesday gave us a trade. Close, trigger the high. Now let's go on. Remember, Monday and Tuesday gave us a range. Monday and rather Friday gave us an the zero kind of behavior, which is a box. Now, if you look through the week, the new week, because Monday is day one, draw that level. Monday's closing price and Monday's low and high are of great importance. Now see this. It didn't close as first green day nor first red day, but it gave us a trade, trigger the high and also trigger the low. But we still have the box. We have gotten one trade. Now see what happened. The best trade is when we get to the range at which the box, the high and the low, this is where your chance goes high really significantly. And when it's at the low, is it breaking the low and using it as support and continuing? We don't know yet. But we are trading the week and we have gotten a good trade on Monday. Probably you missed this. Why? Because it didn't really trigger Monday's low, but it triggered Tuesday's low, which you would have scalped or maybe taken the trade. Is absolutely discretionary. But Tuesday, not for any reason, will I want to trade. Why? Because it did not give me a signal day. Listen again. That wasn't a signal day. Close back inside. So we are still trading in Monday's range. And now what happened? On Wednesday, on rather Thursday, price pumped into the eye of when? Look at the eye. It traded to the eye of, sorry, traded to the eye of the box. This is where you can go and borrow money. This is where you can go for loans. This is where you can go crazy. Load the boat. Guess what happened? They won't give buyers any opportunity to take out anything because we are trading now at the eye of the box. That is where your chances goes high. Listen again. This is not gold. This is EURCAD. One best trade setup is better than all the 50-50 trades you are taking. For that week, Monday, yeah, give you a trade. Tuesday, just maybe a scalp because it established the high and the low. Let me show you this clearly. Let's look at this. We'll look at others templates, but I want to show you this. You see what happened? It took the money first void around 3 o'clock. What a coincidence. Dump. Now price went high. Buyers are thinking, oh, it's now time for price to go high. But no, market makers have something else in mind. And when it got to that level, this is scalable. This is scalable. This is highly scalable. Just this two, you would have been done for the whole week. Why go for the 50-50 trades? You got it. At extremes, coiled and then dumped. It didn't break the level. 10 o'clock club got the trade and it ran down. It doesn't matter the instrument. What matters is the setup. What is the build up to the setup? You got it. It started building from where? Monday and Friday, giving us a range. On Thursday, gave us a trade. This becomes our first red day. Did you get it? Gap underneath. We know price is most definitely going to come back to the money. And what happened? First red day, price started trading. I'm not interested in trading inside. I'm trying to help you guys see clearly. This break here makes me feel interested. I want to see how price trades. And price started trading back high, and then it coiled around this level without taking the level in one push, two pushes, three pushes, broke out. What happened? Came back to the breakout level, 9 o'clock. Why and if not, why won't I take this trade? This is what you are looking for. We are not talking about entry, we are talking about the templates. Front side gave you a trade, back side gave you two trade. What happened? Front side, we got price going high, but now Monday closed higher than the because Friday's closing price, higher than the closing price of Friday and higher than its open. Remember, it showed us that buyers are in the market, but they didn't really go anywhere. It only consolidated. Why do you want to? Even though this shows the trade, if you feel like you want to take it, but you could see already how to avoid these 2 days. See the trade gave you trade, first red day, came back and gave you continuation. Good. Any question regarding this? We go to another setup. Any question before I move to another instrument and we look at it? Remember, this thing repeats. It repeats any week, same thing over and again. Let's go. Today, Monday, is closed in breakout. Friday, closed in breakout. Asia Trader, we got the trade, closed in breakout. Asia Traders got this trade, it closed in breakout. For the new week, Monday, we have already gotten day one breakout. They are still going down. The point is this, will it reverse tomorrow? I don't know. Will this close in breakout? Most definitely. I don't think price will just come back up. No. So we see they're expanding the range. We wait, but there was a setup in Asia. Day one, breakout. Monday, day one, is Sule template. Tuesday, breakout. Let's go to another instrument. Wipe my screen again. Make trading a pursuit of pleasure. If you can't see the template, don't force it to read price. Know what is happening before you take your trade. So now let's start. Any day you're trading, like you're trading Monday, go back 2 days. Monday will be day 3. Learn to count back 2 days. Then see what happened these 2 days before looking for a trade setup on Monday. But let me tell you what I do literally. On Monday, no matter how good the trade setup is, until it triggers a high or low of the previous week's level, maybe high and low of Friday, then you got my interest. But this didn't trigger. All that happened was it closed in breakout, right? No, it closed back inside, triggered the low, and then turn and close back inside. Therefore, that is not a signal to me. You got it. See, it broke out, it came back and closed back inside. But I know Monday is day one. Tuesday started trading, no signal for me, so I'm still waiting. If you want to trade, then maybe you're forcing your wheel. Nothing there, but whichever way, if you want to trade, like I said, the setup might be there. But until I get the signal, I want this day to trigger either the high or the low before I can take a trade. But nothing happened. So what I have now, price is going down. Look at, you might say, this is Monday's high. I want to like look at that level. Yes, for the new week. But I usually look through the past week and see the highest point at which that week traded. You see, the template is always there. So see what happened. Price started trading and gave me in the inside. If this had triggered a high, I would have had confidence to take this. But look at what happened. It has dumped. Let me show you. It dumped in one push, two pushes. Let's come back to this side. One push. This is not two push. Let me not fool myself. This is one push coil, breakout, two pushes, three pushes, but didn't really take that low. Not really interested this day. I on the inside. I don't want to de-do. This is diddling. I wanted to trigger the eye first, then come back down before I could take this trade. Yes, it's run away. You say, why didn't I just take that trade? Because I'm not gambling. I'm not interested. It's not every move that you see that you take. Let me go back to something. Look at these very trades that we took here. Do you see how stress-free, how easy they are? No noise. That is what we're looking for. Simple. Make it simple. So these 3 days, I've not gotten anything. Okay, I'm still watching. Price closed in breakout. In breakout. After price closed in breakout, it triggered a high and dumped back inside, back to the low of the day itself and started going high. I don't like buying high. You see? So there could be movement, but I'm not interested. Anyone that want to trade, it's fine. The template is dumb, it's present, but it didn't really give me what I'm looking for. Stay out of the noise. If it had triggered a high here, maybe I would have gotten this trade. Okay, this gave me a setup. But what happened? Around 5, if you're trading, this is where you get your opportunity. The only opportunity in this instrument is just before the gap time or the gap time. If it's what you want, but that is not what I want. Now let's go on. Let me remove this. But there is a concept, price. If you look to the left, you see that this happens to be the highest closing price of the month of February. Are you with me? If that is the highest closing price, price went high and gave me peak formation high. Look at this. 3 days or 2 days setup. But watch what is happening. After it gave me the peak formation high, it locked that level. It locked the level and came back in one push, came back two pushes. It broke out, but immediately reversed and dumped. That Monday straight, giving us starting a new month and a new week, giving us the first red day. My indicator is out again. What kind of devil is this today? Question, please. Are you guys getting what I'm showing? Any question? Any question at all? So you learn to read price around levels. Let it make sense. Don't say because you love a particular instrument, you are killing yourself on it even when it doesn't present. You don't have to. Even if Stacy, I will tell you this, will come and say, oh, this is a trade, this is a trade maybe like this, because this Monday's closing price, and price came around the closing price around 10. Okay, this could be something lovely. Let's look at it again. This is lovely. Do you know why? It triggered a high. I want to say something. Stacy has made this very clear, but even if Stacy comes and said maybe this, okay, this is looking good now. Around 3, I would have taken this, but I don't like all the noise. I want to see something give me no signal, so nothing. Didn't trigger an 11. But this actually triggered, then dump back to Monday's closing price. Now, I want to quickly say something. If there is no setup, do not trade. If there's no trade up setup, there's no trade. Look at from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Look at the first level. I want to see this very bar. I was looking at it. I wanted to mitigate this high. Then dump. I love buying low and selling high. But did it give me a buy low setup? Yes, but why won't I take this? Because the level have not been triggered. This can easily keep on going down. I don't want it. I don't want to gamble at all. If I can't see it, I'm not trading it. So you see, this is how you can stay out of the noise. So you see, then now it triggered a high. Then maybe you go to lower time frame. When we come to entry, I'll be able to show us this. It dumped back down and gave us a runner. Why did this happen? Look again to your left. Monday. What is this? That is space. And look to the level at which I drew on last week level. So when it came back, it used Monday's closing price, important level, as what? Support, and blasted out. That is your trade. It didn't come back, just went high around 10. That is if at all you can look at the behavior first, triggers the eye first. Until then, I wasn't seeing anything. I was blind. If this had triggered this and came okay, but now it triggered, but I would have found something better. Why do I say that? Let me just look at these two I've looked at. I want to ask you guys a question. Look at this very trade here and this one. Which one would you have taken? Which one would you have taken? Which one is easier? I'm asking. ERGBP or ERCAD, which one would you have taken? Are you guys there?
Eurocad, yeah, Eurocad.
Eurocard. Simple. Why? Look at the reason. It was in a box. It went to the eye of the box. That is what you are looking for. Get what is easy and rest your case. That is the major reason I have a large basket so that I can hunt the templates front side going down, back side going high. So I only want to trade that is really simple. Now look at this. I'm already started to talk about entry here. I don't want to talk about entry. I don't want to talk about entry today. Sorry. I just want to focus on the template so we could see. So you see now, price is going high. Look at what I shared with us now. See, price was going high. This is the lowest level at which price traded for the previous week. It pumped and gave us first red day, which closed in where? It closed in breakout. Day one, level one, closed in breakout. What happened? Yet on Friday's video, you will have clear understanding of what I just drew here. Go back to the video. 1, 2, 3, and dump. Guess what? Even today might be, which I know will be, day 2 breakout. But Monday has given us a setup, a trade. I'm not talking about entry now. Tuesday, I've given us a trade. So the point is this: when there is no trade, when there is no setup, there is no trade. What is the setup? Look at it: pump and then dump. We're going to be talking about the setups. That means I really have to get on talk about the setup and entry on Monday. So let's just talk about the templates today, so that I'll be able to cover a large ground. Combine this video with on Saturday's video. You have this. I just want to really work intensively with the template. Monday is always day one. My system is acting up again. Sorry, let me restart. Restart my internet. Okay, so Monday is always day one. Whatever happens, you can write that down. Whatever happens, neither Monday gives you a day three trade, neither Monday gives you a day two trade. Monday still remains day one. You would have heard Stacy saying, do not try to counter trend a day one runner. This is what happened. Day one runner. Not to worry, we'll be looking at entry. But this is Monday, day one. Price pumped to that level and then dump. Let me just quickly show this before we move on. See the pump. But if you look at it here, no, is it here? I saw it. I'm coming. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, see. Not to worry, be able to see it too, guys. So don't bug out. I want to just show you guys. They will get me straight like that. Just want to see. Create a one push, two push, three push chord and dump. The last video we show you this, so it's nothing. Why I don't want to like repeat myself is because by God's grace, I did an intensive job by His grace on the last video, so that we don't waste our time here. Just watch the video. This is for the template. Let's look at another instrument. Most of you will be screaming now, why not look at gold? Why not look at gold? Why not look at... Okay, let's look at your gold. I know you guys are so much in love with gold. Let's look at gold and let's look at indices. Now let's do this. Wipe one shot. So let's start. Monday. Monday. First thing you get is that Mondays close in breakout. It triggered Friday's level. Remember, Friday closed in breakout. Then Monday gave us breakout, dump, and then pump. It closed also in breakout. Monday closed in breakout. Tuesday triggers the high and trigger the low. Tuesday is day 2. But what am I seeing on Tuesday? I'm seeing a day 0 pattern. So therefore, we have gotten a box. Did you see it? Why that? Because it took out Monday's low and took out Monday's high and closed back inside. And therefore, we are looking at the full range of Tuesday, the high and the low. Everything is contained inside. Where do you think I could get my best trade setup? Will be from either the low or the high of this box. But what do we have? You could see trading gold inside day, inside day. What exactly are you doing? You're trading gold. That means you don't really know what you are looking for. You are only trading in a bigger box. And anything you are doing inside, you could be caught in a whole lot of pain. Now, price traded inside day broke the inside day. This, because two inside day, this could have been, which happened to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday traded as inside days. Then Friday broke out. What I want to see is breakout, pull back, and then continue. Or breakout and fail coming back to this level. But what happened? Around 8, price broke out. I'm not interested in chasing price. No. What happened? It broke out and it came back to what Wednesday's high and coiled and started going high. You see, this is scalp. If you want to trade, it's going high. It came back down. It gave me a pattern, 3 push pattern, not my timing, and then close in breakout. I will show you something. That is the week it closed that way. But see what happened. Monday gave us a trade. Monday, day 1, a breakout, pull back, and continue. I've shared this before. It gave us a trade. What trade is that? It gave us a trade around 3 a.m. Then it gave us a second trade around 9 a.m., giving us one full range extension. You might ask me how I know, because I took the trade. I took this very to trade. Then the next day, it triggers the eye after closing breakout and coiled around that level. Asia trader got the trade, coiled and dumped into London section, New York section, trapping. Ooh, they are trapping sellers, and then took off. Not a very good trade. It was choppy. till it got to that level. You won't be able to hold it in size. But otherwise, Monday gave us two excellent trade. We're going on. The new week, you have gotten breakout. Watch this Monday. It closed and breakout with a gap, right? But not only that. Watch the behavior of price Monday. Look at this one. This one broke out and dumps back before giving us gap, then went back high. But look at the difference. This one kept going high. And then look at this, locked the high. Once it locked the high, it's dumped. That is the difference. Understand when market is pumping and when it's setting up for a dump, or when it's dumping and setting up for a pump. Giving us first red day, but it's still outside the range. Look at it here, closed in breakout. Why do I call that first red day? It opened here and closed here, right? Great. Then see what happened. Price started trading, giving us this same character. One push, two pushes, three pushes. Asia got the starter, closed in lower low, breaking this low, then came back to that level and gave us a trade, triggering the low, pump back high around 5 for the runner. Just look left. Where is the box? We broke out of the box and we came back to the low of the box. Look at it here. Remember, no matter what happens, Monday remains day one. So we have day one, day two. Let's see how day three plays. Closing in breakout. Great. Any question? Listen, learn to wait. If you can wait and then tell time, you will make a whole lot of money. I'll be rounding up with something, but let's just keep on going. Do you see how easy trading can be? But once we don't know what we are doing, you make blunders. You want to trade only gold. What happened for you? After Monday last week, an Asia period last week, maybe London here, day zero, we are trading inside. Look at what you are trading. This is what you're trading. You don't need this. Where is the signal day? Monday gave us a signal day because Friday closed in breakout, and Monday also broke out of Friday's level. Signal of the day. Remember, the signal will guide you a whole lot. The signal first before the setup. So we are looking at the template, and also we are looking briefly at signals, but no trade setup without a signal, which you guys are seeing clearly. Let's go on. Nasdaq,
When you say signal, what do you mean?
I would explain here. Let's go on. The signal first is, look at, once a level is being triggered, the very day you're trading is a signal. When price closes in breakout, is a signal. If price triggers a high or a low 3 times, even without breaking out, the third time you're looking for the trade, which is a signal. Closing breakout, first red day. Those are the things we'll be first red day, 3 days of higher closes, 3 days of lower closes, and all that. That is what we're going to be looking alongside the setup and the entry. So relax. Without signal, no trade. I don't want to even think about it. So let's get back to it. Monday, rather Friday, triggered the low, though that gave us a trade for last week, but it closed in breakout. It closed in breakout. Very important. Price started trading and then took out the money from the high. Stacy took this very trade. And the reason behind the trade is this. Let me show you. I did not take it because it's Monday. And I said Monday, I want to see any level first be triggered before I can start looking for trade. Like if you look at gold, gold triggered the high and then set up for me to take my trade. Trigger the high and then set up for me to take the trade. That's why I was able to trade gold. My voice is breaking. My voice is breaking. This is a building process. I want you guys to think this way when you are going to trade. First of all, get the template. Know what template you are looking at. Then trade based on the information the market is giving you. So now let's work with this. So what happened? Price traded and gave us a signal. It was breakout, gave us the setup, pump, and then dump. We have done intensive job about this setup. But not to worry, we're still going to be looking at it again. Pump. When it's pumping into your section, think what? Dump. And that is what happened. Pump and dump. Close back inside. Not a signal. Day one. Day two, no signal. Though the setup is present, I'm not interested. Triggers the high. Day three, it gave us a breakout coil. But the only issue is it already left station before the equity market opened and then closed in breakout. This setup is extremely perfect. Where is it? But the only reason behind this trade, why I did not take this trade, it left me waiting. It ran away already at 9:30. And look at where 10 o'clock is opening. So I missed that. That means, look at what price is doing. It's going high from front side and then back side. Heavy trade. First red day. It coiled and then dumped again into our section. It wasn't really what I was looking for, so I didn't take the trade. The line I drew here is just Monday's closing price. Now look at this. I want to show you guys something. Almighty NASDAQ. Everybody want to trade NASDAQ. Compare it to this one. Please, the question is, which of them made a whole lot of sense to you? Look at this, and then look at NASDAQ. I want to establish something here. That's why I'm asking. The reason behind my question is this. For those of you that just want to trade only NASDAQ, once the setup is not there, even if it presents and is gone past the timing of your entrance, why force yourself? Find what is simple. It is always there. Don't gamble. I'm going to take another indices. Why I'm showing you this is just that market makers will keep on doing the same thing. But I don't know why retail traders are just too stubborn to hurting themselves. Just relax and watch what price is doing before taking your trade. I didn't really get anything of value here, even though this could have been the best, but it left station before I could come in. But look at this. Close them, not closing breakout, trigger the low, dumping, and then gave me peak formation low, locked in the low. Are you seeing? Locked in the low. And then what? Listen, I want to say something. Sorry, I didn't say this so that I don't get you guys feeling left behind. Whenever I'm going to be looking at trading NASDAQ, I compare it with other indices to see which one is lining up the best. But see why this trade was really powerful yesterday. This happened to be the weekly level. On Monday, took out the low of last week, coiled, and came back to that level and around 9:30. Everybody trying to sell got trapped and market moved high. Great. This is not a signal day because this is, if you look at it from coming back down, this is first green day. But what happened? Did it give us the first green day setup? It took the low. So we are watching. First green day, sorry, this is a signal day. But what happened? Price came back to the low first and see started going high into the equity market open. What happened? One push, two pushes, three pushes, equity market open, dumped down, and then took out the low. Took out the low. Monday is day one. Tuesday is day two. And this what happened. 10 o'clock club got the trade. Is it the best? I don't know. Let's quickly check this. Monday, remember we've looked at NASDAQ, but now we're looking at last week. Just walk with me. Monday. Look at this. This is Monday. Let me show you something. Compared to NASDAQ, which closed in breakout on Friday, SP 500 also closed in breakout. But there's only one thing that happened here that is really interesting. It what? Closed in breakout, went back to the high, of the day itself took out that level around 9:30. Great trade. Awesome. You've taken this trade stress-free. The next day, remember what Monday have done. It has expanded the range, the high and the low. Look at it here. Peak formation low, peak formation high. You will know that that is a box, but there is something. Look at what happened here. The level was expanded on Tuesday. So we have price taking the low in one push, two pushes, and then three pushes. It went to the low, took the low. And when it took the low, oh, what the heck? Why did it go off again? Okay, sorry. The template is should be something you really look at before looking for your trade. You can't just jump into trade blindly. No.
John, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that indicator. Why not save it as default?
Is it, let me see.
Open that place.
Okay.
Open it. Yes. Go to
Yeah.
default. Default. No, down, 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 down. No, 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 down.
Yeah.
Yes, default. Yes, open it. Save as default.
Okay.
So you don't need to be
Serious
adjusting
default.
again.
Okay, I
All right.
have. Thank you. I know Max is a computer person. Okay, so you see now. Thank you, Max. Price now dumped to the low. Day one, day two. Guess what I told you guys? I said if day one behavior, if price does not trigger all the level, you can call this failed breakout. But it triggered it and then it closed back outside. On Monday and Tuesday, you have already gotten two stress-free trades set up. Easy in every sense. If you look, let me not go too fast. But see what happened. It closed in breakout this day. It's set up, but it also left station before time, similar to Nasdaq. Now it's dumped, broke that level, dumped into you and gave you a scalp to close the week. That is why I said two trades set up in a week that is easy to make a whole lot of money is better than all of this. This could have been the best, but it left station before you. Then if you want a scalp, then look at this. The new week opened and price triggered the low signal day. Then what happened? It locked the low and it came back to that level, creating a level and working it in 1, 2, 3 without taking it out for the easy trade. This is what I was talking about. You can't say this is failed breakout until this level is being mitigated. Tuesday, what is it known for? Range expansion. It has expanded Monday's range. So let's see if Wednesday will give us the trade. What do we have here? Day one short, day two short. They were triggered, it went back inside. Triggered and went back inside. 10 o'clock, got the trade. Reversal. So you should know what you're really looking for. Market makers will throw these templates guessing. Once you complete their game, you are in trouble. Don't be forced to play their game. Let them do whatever they are doing. They will definitely give you a setup that is easy to make a whole lot of money. From Tuesday, we have price pumping high. And then it broke the level, which is day zero's level, coiled and came back inside. What are the three things markets do? It break out and fail, or break out, continue, or stays within a trading range. Great. So understand this and then stay out of the trouble. Let me do one more. Which instrument here will you guys want me to take? Then we can call it a day. I want you guys to go and practice. Go back to your chart. Take any week and look at this same thing. And you see that market makers will just only keep on repeating themselves. What they are doing is they expand the box in the beginning of the week. And once they expand the box, they come back to the low of the box or go back to the high of the box. Just understand what they are telling. This happens to be the lowest point. And when it went high, look at the weak high here. So this level you've seen here is the highest close of the new week before you got this trade. Similar to NASDAQ. Highest closing price of the week. Did it give me quite day zero? Not really, but this is highest closing price. Let me put it here. This highest closing price of the week, and then it dumped. That could have been a free fall if it had happened around 9:30. But 9:30 it had already started going, so I wouldn't want to chase price. Let me show you what they are doing now. See the new week. They are expanding the box. Are you getting it? They're expanding the range. They're expanding the range. They are going down. So this is the first time they went down. This is the second time they're going down. If they come back the third time, coming back down the third time, if that happens, and it sets up, what do you think I'll be expecting? I'll be looking for a day too short. Will it call and come back down before my section? If that happens, free cash Wednesday. Look at this again. Let's be fast. Look at this. Monday. Though it gave us a trade, triggers the high and then dump. It has given us a range. Monday has given us a range. Why did I say Monday has given us a range? Why did I say that has given us a range? Monday traded, and the next day, which is initial balance, Tuesday, traded inside Monday. That gave me the clue, though there was a trade here after price closed out. We got our trade. But look at the box. Price is always in a box. That's the box. That's the high and the low of the box. And what happened? Price gave us a trade going inside. Whatever it is, you're just waiting. Because it closed in breakout. Closed back inside. Then what happened? Closed in breakout. Look at your trade. You can size in here. You can size in here also. Let me show you. Here also. But you see, the week created a box. And what happened? First red day. But this trade started going before the equity market opened, and then gave us, which was a trade I also took. I'm just showing you guys trades I'm looking for. See, once it creates this box, why is this box different from day zero box? Monday traded. Tuesday was an inside day. That is the range. In this case, look at Monday. Monday traded, triggered the low. Tuesday traded, triggered the low also, and they are closing back inside. You ask yourself, where is the range? Where exactly is the range? Tuesday and Monday. Look at it again. Opening range and initial balance. That is what I have. Wednesday, if it comes back low, that means the third time expands the range and setup, could be a blast, because invariably, let me wipe this out, Monday's level have not yet been taken out. What about Friday's level? Maybe at this point is taken out, but Monday's level is not taken out. What we have? Range expansion. Let's wait and see. Will it come back down, take out the low, and then blast up, or will it go to the high? And then we know the low is the target. It goes to the high. This way, let me show you. This is the box. We have price going like coming back down, to gauge the level into our section, set up, and give us first green day. Then pump like this and completes the range. Then go. I don't know. I'm just saying. Anything can happen. Or it goes this way. All you're doing is waiting to see that market maker show you his hand. Template, template, template. Great. I guess we got so much understanding here. This thing is what you should apply before placing any trade. Ask yourself, where are we in the template? Where is it to get the best trade? I've shown you places. Once the box is created, the eye of the box or the low of the box, those are the best places to take your trade. And note this, once price closes in breakout, how does it set up into your timing? This is Friday. This is Monday. Let's work this. See what we're seeing here. Friday and Monday, look at what happened. Gave us a range. Let's look at this. It gave us a range. And this is the range. Let me take this one out. I just want to show something quickly. That is day zero. Look at it here from here to there. Let's just take it to the future. And you see already where I showed us this very trade. But see what happened? Monday traded out. Now compare this very trade to the very trade that is happening today in NASDAQ. You see, market makers will just keep on doing the same thing. Inside day triggers the low signal that's giving us a signal. Pump giving us, if you want a trade. Oh, sorry. We'll round up here. Because just the same thing, there's nothing more, nothing new under the sun. So you see, it's in the box. It gave us a trade. That's by the way for that day. But now see what happened? It came back to the low of the box and started going high. But if you look at this box, at no time the high have been mitigated. The reason I said until this is Friday, until the high is being mitigated, you can call this failed breakout. What happened? It started coiling and then gave us lower low into the gap time and already started dumping. So you see, this could have been your trade. This is a clean one, but it didn't continue. Pressure is still down, so it broke out. Just look left. You will know where price is coming from and where it's going. Simple. And when it got to that level, it coiled on Monday. It didn't trigger the high, so it would have been a good setup, but didn't trigger the high. Closed in breakout. Asia traders, free food. Going high, giving us lower low. One push, two push, three pushes. What time is that? What time is this? 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock club got the trade. Let trading be a pursuit of pleasure. Stop stressing yourself over some suboptimal trade. Trade where it is almost impossible for you to lose. Great. So we're going to be meeting again on Thursday. I want you to go back to your chart and then prove me wrong. That is what I like saying. Go back to your chart, prove me wrong, look at